Okay, today I'm over visiting Papa, and our discussion, what we've been getting into that I want to share a little bit is the organics. How important organics are to us, how we feel about them, how Papa feels about them. Now, you've talked in the past with me on many occasions, you know, the building of the plant, how when you start with the organics and you use organics throughout, and the structure of the plant and the cells and how they're built, and how important it is to us.
Yeah, we were talking about it a lot because we believe in the organics. My main thrust is we're trying to get people. Their lives are so full of chemicals as it is. In our mission statement, we talk about how we want to use organics in the first place because we want to give these people medicine that is organic. It doesn't have chemicals in it as much as possible. We want to give them as clean and nice a medicine as we can. So what we're thinking is that the organics, when we grow a plant organically, what you grow it in is what you get in the cell structure. You can flush out the cell itself. You can get the water out of there and replace it semi-permeable, but you can't flush the cell itself. The walls of the cell, okay. The structure of the plant.
Right.
What you grow it in is in there. When you grow it in a natural, as 100% organic fertilizer like Papa's that's in the M3, when you grow it in a medium like the M3 where you're having all natural and organic, what you're getting is we give you all the micronutrients and the silicas and all these things come in a natural form, so the plant's easier to uptake them, so you get better cell structure, you get the plant growing with a much healthier green color. We're getting stronger plants. They don't have as much trouble with disease or bugs, and in the end, because they're healthier, they grow healthier bud. We're talking about the delta 9 and delta 8 THC. That's the important medicine in there, the psychoactive, and then there's the CBDs and CBN and CBC and all these different cannabinoids. Then what we also have to talk about is that in the organics, you're getting the full spectrum of these cannabinoids. You're not getting just the delta 9 and delta 8. We're not just concentrating on just the THCs. We're getting a full broad spectrum.
As you said before, the THC is an important cannabinoid,
of course,
but to put them together with the others.
Right, and what are these things? They're volatile organic compounds. We have terpenes, we have polyphenols, polysaccharides, flavonoids, all the different things that work in harmony, and together with the THCs and the CBD and the CBN and the different levels of that make the medicine more acceptable to your body. It works with pain better. It works with nausea better. Because these are, and if you grow them organically, you get the full terpene structure. You get the entire rainbow effect of all of these different volatile organic compounds together working with the cannabinoids, which come in the resin anyhow, so they're already there present. We want to get the full amount that plant genetically can produce. So if what you're doing is you're trying to aid nature with the organics. You're
Correct.
Aiding that plant to take up what it needs when it needs it, and to grow the best cell structure, the best cannabinoid structure, all the things that you want in that plant for the medicine. When you're doing it with chemicals, what you're trying to do is mimic nature.
Correct.
And so you're not really doing it naturally. And like I said, we can grow Frankenbud, you can grow it giant, you can grow big, you can get a lot of weight, but are you really giving these people the best medicine that you can?
And like we've talked about too, when you're doing that, you're actually feeding on a regimen that you feel is right, or someone has set up a chart, or along the way you've learned, and yet the plant may need a little of something else, or not quite as much as what you're trying to feed it. What you're doing is you're giving it your regimen that you're feeding, instead of the plant taking up what it needs when it needs it, like the organic, natural way.
Right.
One of the things I also want to bring up is the result of the M3. We talk about, growing organic, these different grow mediums and things that are put together from different parts of the world. There's different levels, and we just got a result back from the lab of different levels of all the arsenics and
the heavy metals.
And the heavy metals.
And we got the results back that there are no heavy metals.
None whatsoever.
None detected.
None detected
From
in
mercury,
the M3.
lead, nickel, cadmium,
Which means it's
right on down the
truly
list.
an organic product that you can even grow vegetables that you're consuming or whatever you're consuming. And back to it, we are consuming the cannabis, the medicine, the marijuana. So
But it all comes down to it, doesn't it? That it's about how clean that medicine is.
it is.
And if we have
healthy.
no heavy metals in this medium and 100% organic fertilizer in it, now you're giving, like I said before, you're giving the plant what it needs naturally. This is what it's doing. You know, you can force plants. We found out through NASA and all these things, trials in space and stuff, they can force plants to grow in almost any kind of environment. And they can make things happen, and you can make them frankenbud. You can make this crazy, wild, you know, chemically grown stuff. But in the end, are you those chemicals? Your body is, you're going to ingest this. And if you want this ingested into your body and you don't mind sucking up a bunch of heavy metals and chemicals, well then go, that's okay. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I believe that your body can accept the medicine better if it's grown organically. It has these flavonoids and polysaccharides that we're learning are the things that are synergistic with everything else that with your body. What they do is they bring the harmony of the whole plant and your body together so that you can actually uptake the cannabinoids and the delta 9 and delta 8 THC at a better rate. So you actually get a cleaner high or a cleaner medical effect. You're not as nauseous. Your knees don't hurt as much. It actually works better than the chemical bud. I believe this to be true, and I believe this passionately, that if you want to have, that your body accepts the natural, cleaner, organically grown bud better than it does the chemicals. Yes, you can get high off the other stuff and you can get your pain management and your nausea management, but my own experience and many of my friends that I've asked, we find that when we ingest the organics, that it works better. Patients that I talk to, they can tell the difference. They love what the organics do for it. When it's grown in the M3, they're like, oh yeah, I can tell. A lot of them tell me before they even know. They go, was that grown in the M3? And it's like, yes, it was. And they're very happy about that, and especially now when we find out these lab results and no heavy metals, and we know that this is really a clean product that we're giving people.
And it's really awesome. It really is.
It is, and it works, and it saves people time. It's not just this whole getting the better organic medicine. It's also that we're saving them time and money doing it. In the long run, they save a lot of time, and isn't your time worth something? And they're getting a better product in the end. How much work does it take to measure each chemical every day and trying to mimic nature? That's a lot of hard work. You got to think every day hard about, am I getting this right?
I know
and there's guys that do it, and they do it well. Okay,
sure.
I'm not going to take that away, but when you have a person that can come in, mom and pop, and we just put a little water to it, maybe pH your water, make sure your environment's good, and you can get good organic bud that's healthful and delicious and works and does what you're set out to in the first place to do, and get it without all that mess, all that thinking, all that extra time that's involved. That's a good thing.
It is.
That's a really good thing.
It really is.
So I'm happy about that. And now that we're sure, we've always been pretty sure that it was great, but to have the lab come back and tell us how clean our material really is makes a world of difference to me. I can't sell anything if I don't believe in it, and I believe in this.
Well, it sure is a proud day for all of us to see that chart.
Sure is,
it really is.
Yeah.
And like I say, we can go anywhere in the world now and tell these people you can grow in this, and it's good for you. It's
grow
healthy.
Your tomatoes in it. Grow your
organic.
Cannabis in it. Grow your. I feel good about food production. I feel good about cannabis production. I mean, and I'm not saying that you can't grow big and healthy buds with this too. I'm saying you can. I'm saying that frankenbud may be larger and stuff, but we're seeing fast vegetative growth. We're seeing wonderful amount of weight coming off these plants that people are using in the M3. We're getting a lot of reports back that are telling me that not only are they growing better organic material, but it's coming at a really good rate, and that people are saving time, they're saving money, and in the long run they're getting better medicine.
Well, I have a personal friend that's actually came to me, and he's been a hydroponic grower, and he grows pretty good medicine, but staying in tune with everything and making sure everything's timed right, and the cleaning and the work it goes through it. And then he's approached me where his hydroponic system, in fact my son was talking with him, and he talked about his hydroponic and how that he got 3 ounces off a complete plant on the hydroponic, and he had the same clone off the same mother put in the M3, And, well, he had two different strains going. One got him over 4 ounces over. The other one got him over 5.
And those were in the same environment?
Same room,
plants?
same environment. Now, my son said, well, he mentioned that he thought the hydroponic only vegged half of the time. And I heard him say, no, they both vegged at the same time. The M3 was, if not as well, as quick, if not better, and faster. They did the same period, the same veggie, right to the day, put in the same flowering time, right to the time.
And it produced more weight.
Organic, pure, delicious bud.
Better tasting bud.
4 ounces on one, 5 on the other. Yep. And the system, again, and I'm not knocking anybody's system, but the hydroponic system he's using, well, he's got the top of the line system, and he's he's running them through at the same rate, and it's hands-on comparison.
Yep. And he's got the organics with the M3, and let's talk about flavonoids. I mean, flavonoids, the flavor of it, it tastes better when it comes out of the organics, and there's hands down, I can put people with blind taste tests, and they like it better when it comes out.
Smoother.
It's smoother, and it cures better. It cures at a better rate, a slower rate. There's more resin compounded in each cell. You get a stronger cell structure. I really believe in the organics. I really do.
You get old lungs like mine, and I can tell right away.
Yeah.
I tell you, the difference that my body feels it. I don't feel that almost. Well, sometimes I say I feel a tinny taste when I taste it.
It's like you licked a tin can.
Something, and it's. And not to knock anybody doing it, but it does. You have to be tuned into that right line, and with the M3, you don't have to. There's no guesswork.
Right. It takes out that guesswork. There's always, like we're always saying, there's always like the chef that's a professional chef, and he can make those pancakes with eggs and oil and vanilla and nutmeg, and he makes the most fantastic pancakes in the world. He works hard at it, but he makes the best pancakes. Then there's a guy like you and me that we want to have pancakes too, but we can't do what he does, so we just add water to that pancake mix, and we have nice pancakes too.
And you do.
Thank God for the guy that made the just add water pancake mix.
Oh boy.
And because I want to eat some pancakes too, I just can't do it like, I'm not going to be the emerald of pancakes, but I'm going to want a pancake too. And that's what we're doing with the M3, is to try to help out these guys that, we're not trying to tell everybody, the professional growers that know what they're doing and they got it tuned in. Fine, you're doing what you're doing. That's great. What we're trying to help is all these people that are looking for an alternative that's easier, that's simpler, and can still grow as good as or better weight, flavor, and everything.
And there's 30 years of trial and error.
Yeah, this was just overnight. This was something that's been around for a long time.
Well, again, Papa, thank you for your time, and we'll be talking again soon.
Alrighty, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.